Well, the cause of last night's island-wide blackout in the capital still hasn't been determined. Good evening, everyone. I'm Keish Latterly.
And I'm Charisma Robinson. Despite crews from BEC working throughout the night to restore power by the time the sun came up, there were still many areas that had not been restored. BEC officials say they were able to restore power by tracing the fault and isolating the problem. As to the cause, the problem still is a mystery. And as Clint Watson tells us tonight, what was abundantly clear is the discomfort that residents were forced to endure on a hot summer night.
Some are calling it a national emergency that bore serious and, in some cases, life-threatening consequences.
We have had calls all night from persons who are sick, people on ventilator in their homes, asking us please to give some assistance.
Thursday night, no doubt one of the most frustrating of 2014, as New Providence residents were without power for an entire night. BEC Chairman Leslie Miller says they still don't know what caused the power failure.
This should only happen in a certain area. We should be able to shut down power in that small area. We will have one of those substations, but it shouldn't affect our entire system. And this is really a situation that we cannot afford to happen again in this country.
Technical advisor on the board, Edwin Darville, says it was time-consuming because they had to use the isolation method to identify what the problem was, and more time to bring down each generator.
If you have issues on the system, you know, you bring it up, it shuts down. You bring it up, it shuts down. It goes on and on until you can isolate whatever causing the problem.
Do you feel you've identified what the problem is yet?
Well, we have isolated the problem. We haven't identified it yet.
And with summer nights so hot and humid, it was no-brainer that people took drastic measures just to stay cool. Cars lined beaches around Nassau like it was a holiday.
Boy, only thing I got to do is just get out of the house and try to come out here because, boy, inside too hot. Can't stay inside right now.
And you boy look at your entire family, the kids, everybody.
Yeah. You know, that's one of the things I don't want us today.
So hard in here, human home. Oh my God, it's killing us, man. You see all the people here? Look at it. Their own cars. We gotta do better than this, man. We gotta do something. Huh? We can't take this no more.
How many people you brought out here?
My wife and my 2 children. That's us.
Just to
family.
sleep?
Yeah, the family to sleep. We can't sleep home. There's nothing there. Only heat. It's terrible, man.
Do you have to work tomorrow?
Yes, sir. That's the problem I get now.
They're tired of this and they need to do something because people got to go to work. My niece out here, she got to go to work. There's her mother and she have to go to work and we have to be out here with her because she's very ill tomorrow. She's going in the hospital and she can't even lay down one comfortable night inside her own home.
Others crammed into service stations. Esso on the Run in the east literally was packed out with nearby residents, many of them charging phones and soaking up the cool air.
Stop here and suck up some AC.
Was that obviously electricity off at home as well?
Yes.
And of course, we understand there have been people in here all night?
All night. This is the slowest it's been all night.
I bring so much gas riding up and down on my AC inside my car. I ready to get reimbursed right now. Leslie, some real folks need to get reimbursed for the gas you had to spend drive up and down all night.
Miller and Darville were very apologetic and sympathetic as they stayed up all night with work crews trying to restore power. Prime Minister Perry Christie, who was out of the country attending CARICOM, phoned about 10 times to stay abreast of the matter.
We're going to fly some people in over the weekend to assist us in really getting down to the gist of the problem, to see what the situation is, how to correct it, but more important, how not to let it happen again.
And of course, that big question many people are asking is, will there be any compensation for having a whole night without electricity? And Miller says, while no decision has been made yet and it'll probably have to go to the board level, they are looking at new ways to get those who've been disconnected because they aren't able to pay those bills back on. He says they really feel people's pain and they want to ensure everyone has electricity. We'll wait to hear what comes out of this matter. Clint Watson, ZNS Network News.
Now, BEC says as of 4 o'clock this afternoon, several generators remained inactive, which has resulted in a generation shortfall, which continues to impact several areas. Until this shortfall is addressed, the corporation will need to rotate supplies, which may leave those impacted consumers without electricity for periods of up to 2 hours in duration. We'll continue to follow the story.